Hey guys, Zoroarrkk here, and today I'm bringing you guys another hardcore tips video, and today we'll be going over Fringe. Now, something that is a bit different is that I've actually got a gameplay in the background of this that will show you quite often where I go, what I'm on about, and will just show you actually in a game why I go these routes, instead of just showing you around the map and everything like that, and you're not actually seeing it. Some of these I don't do all the time. I'm just going to go for the ones that I do most commonly. And yeah, so we'll go from there. So the first one we'll go for is we'll go from the side of barn. We'll go from you're going up towards grannies, from barn, so your spawns are at the barn side. Now this map I go both sides, either way, but it's all situational. It's mostly dependent on where I spawn. If I spawn obviously the right side, I'll go the right, left side I'll go left, but sometimes I do cross over. So we're just going to go through the left side first. So that's where the wall run is, where trains is. If you guys know the competitive callouts, you know exactly where I'm on about throughout this video. If you don't, look into a competitive gameplay. If you're not sure where I'm on about, you'll find out where these places are. So we're going across the wall run from barn onto past the trains, in that little alley, and then there's I think it's 18-wheeler. I think it's actually an 18-wheeler there. Alright, now those wall runs over trains, I normally change wall 2 or 3 times, just because if someone's trying to map you through them, to then get an easy kill, you can then have that little bit, almost like an element of surprise, but mostly just gives you an advantage, because then they have to turn again and go to the other side, and then you can kill them by that time by shooting over the wall, because obviously being on a wall run, you're quite vulnerable. So normally there'll be someone on that 18-wheeler or around that 18-wheeler to trains, to the back train. So be careful of there. But one thing you will know, and I do think I do this in the gameplay, is the spawn point is behind the 18-wheeler. You can often kill 1 or 2 people, depending on what gun you've got, just by jumping up on that wall run and then jumping back down. Often I do that to flank round, as well, so that's good as well. You get loads of kills from this. But with the thing with Fringe is that it's a very high kill, high death game map, same as Combine. This one is a bit different now. I think I go 51 and 14 or 51 and 16, one of the two. Spoiler alert. But you can get a lot of kills and a lot of deaths in this. So from there, I'll then flank round into grannies and whatever. So we'll go from grannies now. I'm trying not to make this confusing. We're just going to go in big circles. So from grannies, if I'm on the left hand side, I'll obviously go through the left hand side of the map, and we'll go through scrapyard. Alright, or second hill rotation, if you guys know the hardpoint rotations. So we'll go through scrapyard, and quite often there is loads of camping spots, all dotted around this map, as I will try and explain to you, but you'll definitely see through the gameplay. There's loads and loads of camping spots that you have to be wary of. So I'll often go through the left side, not as much. Normally flank round to the right, just because I prefer that side of the map. But you can go to the left. And I hardly go through the building, through the small building, just because you can get killed from the middle map, and if there's a shotgunner in the corner, or trip mines are very common to be placed in there, and I just prefer being out on the open, going around the wall run, and then again jumping into a spawn. The thing about Fringe is you often go into their spawn, and then push it out. It's very much you get 4 or 5 kills, you make them spawn out, then you go to that spawn, and then you get 4 or 5 kills, and then you make them spawn out. It's very much of a rotational map. I think I would probably compare it to Strike Zone off Ghosts, or Standoff off Black Ops 2, because you do that quite a lot. You just make them switch spawns all the time. That's the only problem with this map. So we're going back into barn again. Right, we'll just start from barn once again. Instead of going from the left, we'll go from the right. So we'll go right back the way we just came. Alright, again, I completely missed that building. I do not go in it. I'll go on the wall run. And then this is where there is so many camping spots, and it's going to be really hard for me to tell without actually having a gameplay, like the actual game on, and to show you guys. But if you're going through the small barn, I don't actually know. I think they call it connector. I'm not sure. Right, but if you want to go through Granny's, you want to go to Granny's from Scrapyard. You got that little building there. You have to be careful coming out of there because there is so many spots you can camp, both left and right of the doorway. Back cylinders. There's a box right next to the not right next to Granny's. Someone can head glitch on there. And there's also the fence where the cylinders are on the far side. Someone can head glitch there from spawn. I mean, obviously the window of Granny's. So this place is, you have to be very careful. You'll see this right at the start of the game. Feel free to go back and watch the gameplay again because I do break this setup. And as you'll see from the start of the game, if you break it, you can get 5, 6, 7, 8 kills. It's quite ridiculous because the spawns don't switch straight away. So normally you'll have the people that were there plus about 3 more, depending on how many spawning up and spawning out. So that is a very high profile area, very common to be camped at, and you got to be very careful going through there. So then that leads us back into Granny's, and then finally to the right hand side again, the train side. I hardly ever go through mid-map just because mid-map is so open. I mean, you obviously got your barn, you got Granny's, you got the middle building, you got zigzag or square, whatever you want to call it. There is so many different spots you can get killed from. You can be jumped up from the other zigzag near the barn. There is just so many different spots. So I normally go again on the right side. This one I commonly go on Granny's, and I'll go up onto the 18-wheeler. I'll normally just scout out quickly, see if there's anyone at trains on the wall runs, because you don't want to be wall running when someone else is wall running, because that gunfight is very hard to win. So you want to check to make sure no one's on the wall runs, no one's on trains, and then I normally jump on the right, then the left, then the right again, and just aim down towards bottom rock, because quite often there'll be people on bottom rock or the little, I don't even know what that is, like metal container or something. And then obviously watch out for the barn window. Sometimes people will just sit on that barn window, watch trains entrance and zigzag. Again, I hardly go through that little building from trains to zigzag. I just don't like that little room. Again, trip mines, shotguns. It's just that type of room. So then you go into barn. I normally flashbang into barn, and then you can get a nasty spawn trap if you sit right at the back of the barn, looking towards the doorway. The only problem is they can come from the back window, but if you've got a headset, you'll be able to hear them, unless they've got dead silence. But this is pubs, no one really uses dead silence, especially on hardcore. It's not really needed. So awareness, very advised. As for guns on this map, I'd probably advise the VMP, the Cuda, the Razorback, the Weevil, the HVK, and the M8. Probably the XR2 as well. You can really do much with every single gun on this map, just because of how versatile it is. Shotguns have a little bit less easy of a time unless you want to camp in a spot. Same with snipers. I see often people use Dracons on this map, which is very annoying, but it can be used very efficiently as well. I think I actually used the Dracon at one point, and then I stopped using it because I got it gold. And then the next game, I think everyone in the lobby but me was using a Dracon. That was probably the scariest time of my life, just hearing Dracon shot after shot after shot after shot from about 6 different angles. So that's really it for Fringe. There is a couple of nade spots on here. If you're going, obviously you can throw some into Granny's. Very nice. If you're spawning on Granny's side, on the right hand side, and there's someone under the white car in the middle of the map. It's quite often for a spawn trap, normally an LMG or an AR is there, like an M8. You can throw a grenade actually across to the car. I mean, you can actually blow it up, and then blow up the person behind it, and the grenade just lands there. Also, if you're in that little street bit between Train's Granny and the white car, you can throw it over the wall to scrapyard, and land a couple there. Sometimes I often hold a grenade while going over the wall runs on trains, throw it down to Backrock or into barn, but those ones have to be very timed, and if you know that there's someone there, like a Dracon person or something like that, then you're going to probably get the kill or at least get a hit marker. But often I don't really throw them just because the flashbang is so much better to use. So anyway, guys, this is it for Fringe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I'm gonna have to replay it because of how long this video is, so I do apologize. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna come out with more videos soon. I do apologize. So anyway, guys, this was Zoroarrkk. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.